I'm Adrienne Williams with the Animal Advocates of South Central PA. We are in York, Pennsylvania right now at the Penn Street Market, and we are going to go inside of the Asian Grocery here and check out what kind of vegan offerings they have. So right now we are in the middle aisle of the front of the store, which is actually the one that I like the most because it has the mock meats. So most of these are made out of gluten. Here we have a vegetarian mock abalone. We also have a vegetarian steak and vegetable. So these are all good, especially if you are in a rush to cook dinner. Quick something to throw in a stir fry or whatever you want to make. A few other things here especially. So some chestnuts that look yummy as a snack. They have lots of snack things, and they have jackfruit in syrup. Now this is not the one that you cook with. This is more like a fruit. So when you see jackfruit in syrup, do not use it for your barbecue jackfruit tacos or your sandwiches. That we'll look at later. That is in either brine or water. So over here we have a lot of cookies. Some of them are definitely vegan. Some of these, like these fried biscuits, they're vegan. Down here we have some very interesting things. These are actually something you can use in place of gelatin. So I personally have never used them, but I'm very interested in using them in the very near future. Moving along, do you want to come with me to the sauce aisle? So presently we are in the sauce aisle. It's in the back of the store, and as you can see, there are many sauces. Now most of these are vegan. I highly suggest picking things up and just reading the ingredients to see what is in them. So in this one, it's chili, soybean oil, sesame oil, sugar, salt, citric acid, lactic acid, and mushroom extract. That's all that's in here. A lot of these things are very intriguing to me. If you go back here, we have things that we know about already, like rice vinegar and sushi vinegar. And then we have lots of soy sauces. Moving up, we have things like barbecue sauce, barbecue satay sauce. Those sound really delicious. We have chili oil with black bean. We have sweet and sour sauce. So the ones to avoid, there are a lot of fish sauces and shrimp powders and so forth back here. Here we have the crab paste, avoid that one. However, this one sounds pretty good. They have chili paste with basil leaves. Chili paste with basil leaves again, different kind. So I suggest just taking a look. You might find something that intrigues you. Buy it, see how it is. So here we are in the dried and flour aisle. So we have a lot of interesting things here. We have whole dried mushrooms. These are shiitake. Some of them are labeled just dried mushroom. I don't know what kind they are. They also have a lot of seaweed and nori up here. So here we have, this is like, I guess it's just seaweed that you put in a dish. Looks pretty good. If you come back here, they call it fungus. That's pretty cool. And they have lots of different flours, which are vegan. That's for donuts. Here we have a steamed flour for steamed layer cake. That's interesting. Back here, we have dried lily flowers. I have no idea what you do with that, but very interesting. Now you know you can get dried lily flowers at the Asian Grocer. And back here we have some dried beans. We have some black beans, we have mung beans, we have soybeans. So moving up, here's tapioca paper, which I'm not really sure what you do with, but they're pretty, that's for sure. They have lots of rice papers down here. They have lots of different sizes and quantities. They have tapioca starch, things like that here. And they also have, if you need any panko, you have panko, which normally does not have milk in it. So, oh, and up here we actually have tamale husks. So, and more dried mushrooms. It looks like up to the ceiling. Here we are with the broths and the soups. So a lot of these are actually vegan, and some of them actually say they're vegan or vegetarian, which in Asian cuisine most likely means vegan because they don't use many milk products. They might use fish and egg, but I don't think they consider those vegetarian. So this one, let's see. I don't know what nam bang is, but that's, I guess, a type of soup. One of them. This one says vegetarian soup cubes. So this is pretty much like a bouillon. Let's see. They have salt, sugar, mushroom, black pepper. Pretty simple. That's probably most of these. Very simple ingredients, just a soup starter. And up here we have some curries, we have some fox nuts, we have this wonton soup base, which I've heard is very good, some coriander, and then we have some spices and so forth. They also have, and this is pretty cool, especially on this one. So this is a soup base and it actually says that it's certified vegan. Some of them are not. Again, always read ingredients. So up here we have some more interesting things. We have some chili bean curd. We have some bean curd preserved with rice sauce. A lot of very interesting things. I use this personally at home. The green curry paste is delicious. They do have it in a smaller quantity if you're just interested in trying some of these out. Here's massaman curry paste. So moving on, they have lots of spices down here. These are some of my favorite things, fried shallots to put on things like soup and stir fries, just anything that you might want to put some fried shallots on. And then here we have some dried fruits and candies, some wasabi peas. Those are always delicious. They used to have these really delicious things. They were basically it was tofu on a stick, and they were hot, and I don't know why they don't have them anymore because they were delicious. They also have very large bags of rice down here. They have jasmine rice. They have, whoa, jasmine brown rice, and this is like vacuum sealed, so you're getting a lot. They have red rice. They have riceberry rice. I've never heard of that, but if you need some fancy rice, come get it. They also have, if you need ginormous bags of rice, they have ginormous bags of rice, and even bigger down here. So if you eat rice a lot, this is a great place to get it. They also have some teas. Looks pretty good. You can make your own teas. Chrysanthemum. Sounds good. All right, so we're getting towards the back of the store, and this is where all of the noodles are kept. So I just found out that these are vegan. They look yellow because they actually have green beans in them. That's interesting. These are actually vegan too. Sometimes they put shrimp on the packaging, but they do not have shrimp in them. It's just, I don't know, the way they like to advertise. But a lot of these are just rice noodles. Kind of like we have wheat noodles, these are rice noodles, good for people who are gluten-free. And then up here we have rice vermicelli. We have lots of different shapes of noodles. These are probably rice noodles. Yep, another rice noodle, just a different shape. And then up here, these are actually vegan as well. These are Canton style. And these are made of wheat. Let's see. These are Oriental noodles. Let's see what, they do not have any egg in them, so you're good. And all over here, we have different udon noodles, Oriental dried noodles, and These are mostly made of rice right here, the glass noodles. We have some big glass noodles behind me right here, made of rice. So lots to choose from. And over here, most of these might look a little interesting, but they are actually just fermented vegetables. And we have some, let's see, these are not vegan, quail eggs and fish, so stay away from those. But we have lots of interesting things up here. Pickled plum, some peanut with mustard greens, salted cucumbers, more mustard greens, fried gluten with peanuts, so that's basically seitan in a jar, which is pretty neat. And one of my favorite things is down here. This is the type of jackfruit that you use to cook with. So this is the type that you make your barbecue tacos and your faux pork style shredded jackfruit. So make sure that it's in brine or water. And this is young jackfruit. It's the green jackfruit. And as you see, it's a little hidden. It's on this shelf next to some black mushrooms. We have some more mushrooms here. Oyster mushrooms, baby corns, bamboo shoots. We have lots of interesting things. We have pickled ginger slices, so that's always good. And then we have lots of interesting drinks. White gourd drink. I've never had most of these, although I can vouch for this soy drink. This is pretty yummy. It's very sweet. I will say most of these drinks up here, if you like sweet drinks, come here and get a bunch. I mean, they're a little pricey, but they're pretty good. A lychee drink, pretty yummy. Lemon tea. What's this? I have no idea. Water, non-genetically engineered soybeans. So this is another like a soybean milk, soy milk. All right, so this is where the good stuff is. So here we've hit the mother load. We are back in the refrigerated and frozen section, and right here they have spring roll shells and spring roll pastry, both of which are vegan and at a very good price, I must say. In here they have some Thai chili peppers. They have lots of nice fresh produce. They have these really interesting mushrooms back here. They're called enoki mushrooms. They're very small. They're really good fried. I've tried them a few times. They have things like scallions and lettuces and cabbage and herbs, which I must say, they have great prices on produce, so come check it out. Some of the other things that are pretty interesting, they have some taro, they have some Japanese sweet potatoes, they have baka, I don't know what that is, but sounds good. They have lotus slices. I have no idea what you do with that, but that's really interesting to know. So now if you want to check out some lotus slices, come get some. So we have some soy puffs. Those are delicious in soups. And they have some tofu. Here's a 5-spice tofu. Look at that stuff. Whoa. And I must say, this is where it's at. Look how much tofu you get here. This is 12 tofus. And it's only $5. Whoa. That is crazy. So this is where all the good tofu's at. And in here, avoid most of the yucky stuff. But they have some dried dates, which is pretty cool. They also have things like, what's this down here? Bamboo. And right there, that is some really good stuff. That's miso paste. And it will last you a very long time, unless you use it a lot like me. I use miso paste quite often. Up here, we have lemongrass chili. We have some lime leaves. In here, we have some interesting stuff. So some wrappers. These are actually vegan. These dumpling wrappers, and then we have wonton wrappers, both vegan. They also have some very intriguing sounding ice cream bars, which are actually made with coconut milk. Also, they have frozen jackfruit. So this is no longer green. So this is more like a fruit. It is jackfruit. So you're going to eat that maybe in smoothies. That would be really good. And then up here they have, ooh, cassava. I've never personally used it, but I think it's like a root vegetable. What's this? Ooh, frozen lemongrass. So if anyone makes lemongrass soup or puts this in, I don't know, something else, lemongrass flavor, good place to get it. They have a lot of other things in here that I've personally, this is the first time I'm seeing them. Frozen pandan leaf. I have no idea what you use that for, but there you go. So I think that concludes everything that is vegan in the store. I would highly recommend you check this place out. I shop here probably once a month and get as much as I can in that trip, but it's awesome to have in New York, so stop by.